One of the biggest talking points surrounding the Ahsoka series so far is the reveal that at some point between the end of Star Wars Rebels and now, Ahsoka took Sabine on as her Padawan and trained her to be a Jedi. This led to a good amount of backlash online, as Sabine was never shown to have any hints of Force sensitivity throughout Star Wars Rebels, so it makes little sense that Ahsoka would see her worthy enough to train to become a Jedi when she doesn't even have the power of the Force. However, there may be precedent already in Star Wars lore that even though someone may not be naturally Force sensitive, they can still open themselves up to it and be able to wield it. The Rise of Kylo Ren comic from 2020 gave fans our best look at Luke Skywalker's new Jedi Academy and his approach to training these younglings, which included his nephew Ben Solo. At one point in the comic, a student named DeVoe expressed her irritation with Ben being so much stronger with the Force when she worked just as hard as he does. And ever since I first read it, I've loved the line that Luke responds with. He describes the Force as being a trickle, a stream, a river, or a flood, for anyone who can sense it. To think of yourself as a door. The wider you open, the more easily the Force flows through you. Some people just start out with their door a bit more open, but any door can open wide. Basically, what he's saying is that anyone who's capable of sensing the Force has the potential to grow strong with it, to open their door wide open. But some people, for example Anakin Skywalker or Rey, have that door more open from a younger age. The Force flows through them much more naturally than it does for others. However, what this means is that it may be possible for anyone to wield the Force, to connect with it on such a level that they can harness its power to some extent, even if it may just be increased reaction time or something like that. But for these people, it takes more willingness to learn, to open themselves up to this mystical energy, and a good teacher to take them through their journey. In the Rebels episode, Trials of the Darksaber, Kanan is trying to teach Sabine how to wield the Darksaber, but Sabine's unwillingness to accept the responsibility that comes with the weapon is getting in her way. While talking with Hera, Kanan says that training her isn't difficult because she doesn't have the Force like Ezra did. The Force flows through all living things, but she has to be open to it. If we see Sabine truly devote herself to her training under Ahsoka in this series, it's possible that she could open herself up enough to be able to tap into the Force to some extent. We've seen characters before in Star Wars who discovered the Force in themselves much later on in life. Take for example someone like Rey, who although she may have tapped into it once in a while, had never fully connected with it until she got wrapped into the galactic battle of good versus evil. Or even someone like Leia, who probably would have gone her whole life without recognizing or advancing her connection to the Force if Luke hadn't told her about it. And yet, a few years after Return of the Jedi, she's training to be a Jedi. Do I think the Ahsoka series is going to show Sabine lifting rocks or using the Force to push people around? I doubt it. We've seen her reach out with her hand to try to use the Force in a small bit of footage from the TV spots. So that may be part of what her journey is, learning to wield the Force, but I'm not holding my breath for anything. I think what more of this is about with her training under Anakin to become a Jedi is more to do with the ideals that come with something like that. One doesn't have to use the Force to be a Jedi. Being a Jedi is more about doing what's right, sacrificing your own ambitions and desires to help those in need. I think that's more of what we'll see from Sabine in this series, to the point where it may even come down to her choosing to sacrifice herself to save someone like Ahsoka or Ezra. What have you thought of the Ahsoka series so far? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to like the video, and subscribe for coverage of Ahsoka as a new episode premieres every week. And remember to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you all for watching, and remember, the Force will be with you. Always.